Hello, everybody. So sorry I'm a minute late. I got caught up looking at ley lines. I was looking at some maps of ley lines because I'm just finding this whole topic interesting, and that's what we are going to talk about today. All right, we have some sound. Perfect. There we go. I can't. There we go. We're going to close that. All right. I always leave the window open on YouTube on my live so that I know you can hear me. Because then if I start to hear me, then I know you can hear me. So there we have it. Hello, Lola. I hope you're having a good week so far. I haven't talked to you in a couple days, which is feels kind of weird. And Poseidon Siren is here, or she was here for a minute. And yeah, we'll just give everybody a second here. I think it's going to be a smaller crowd today, but that's okay. Everybody can watch the replay. I'll leave the replay up. And actually, you know what? I'm going to hop into Lola. I'm going to make you a mod if you don't mind. Let me just get in the chat. There we go. All right. Whether you there we go. Whether you mind or not, you're a mod now. There you go. There we are. Awesome sauce. Okay. So don't forget to say hello and let me know where you're watching from. First things first, I'm going to do my sales pitches first right out of the gate. So, Anya, oh my gosh, it's so nice to see you. Yay. Haven't seen you in so long. Oh my gosh, and we haven't talked in ages. I hope you had a good holiday. I know it was probably kind of hard. But yeah, like send me a message and let me know how you're doing. And we still have to do our movie day. The holidays were just kind of crazy, so we didn't get to do that, but we just need to pick a day to watch that movie. What Dreams May Come. That's the name of the movie. I can see it in my mind, but I'm like, I can't remember the name. So there we are. So there we go. Anya is here. Yay, Anya! I hope you're having a good time. How's the weather over there? Anya's in the Netherlands, so she's got that European chic thing going on. And haven't missed anything. Yeah, it's been quiet. I'm good with quiet. I want a nice slow winter. I want a nice soft, easy winter of clients and, YouTubing and making music and, tending to my house and things like that. Yeah, you leveled up. That's for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Things are a little crazy in certain circles. So yeah, it's a little bit, it's a little wild. It's a little wild. So yeah, anyway, but it's good to take a break. It's good to do other things, realize that real life is what's most important. So, none of this is real. None of it's real. So we need to do real life things. Yeah, taking a break is good. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. So first up, I do have lots of New Year style spreads that we can use for tarot readings, all different price points. Of course, readings for past lives. Is there a spirit around you? Your love life, all the things. I've got a ton of different spreads, and I've got openings now. My January book is wide open, so people are starting to fill it, which is good. And so if you are looking for a reading, you can reach out to me through my website. You can reach out to me through Facebook. You can email me. There's all kinds of ways. I'm back on Instagram. I decided to go back and give Instagram some attention after about 1.5 years away from it. So there we are. And if, let me see, the Cozy Winter Magic Starter Kit is, it's free. And let me just pull up the link for you. It is an ebook and it's an instant download for you. So you just pop your name in, you put your name and email in, and then it will take you right to the page to download it. So you can get that. It's got 7 days of little magical rituals to add intention and meaning to your life. They're very simple, They're, 5 minutes a day kind of thing. And there's 7 of them. So you could just keep repeating them over and over and over. The link is now in my chat there. And coming up, as soon as we have 10 people or February 2nd, we will begin. So whatever comes first, I think we're at 6 currently right now. So once we hit 10, we're going to start. And this is I just dropped the link for the Winter Magic Experience, and it is 14 days. And there's voice drops, there's written drops, there's emails, there's 3 Zoom calls, there's all kinds of things. And this is your 15 minutes of magic to honor winter, to kind of lean into it. We do all kinds of different things. Each day is different. So there's 14 different themes that we will do over the course of the 2 weeks. And I'm working on bonuses. I've got bonuses coming up. I don't want to say what the bonuses are because I want to surprise you with them. So this is, again, 14 days. It's $28, super affordable. And it will give you some things to do, little magical rituals, things to think about, journaling to do, all kinds of little things. And like I said, there's 14 days of drops on this. Like, you will be getting stuff every single day. And there's lifetime access. So don't feel like if you miss a day that you're like, oh my God, I need to catch up. Don't worry, you've got it for life. And so you'll be able to do it anytime. And you can keep repeating those 14 days. It's totally fine. So this is the winter one. I do plan to do spring, summer, and autumn experiences as well. The exact same kind of thing, but with those themes. Okay, so there is that. And what is Anya saying? Read books, watch series of movies, seen a lot of family. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. Yeah, you told me about the legal things. So send me a message and let me know how that's going, because it sounds like, it just seems like such a lot. I mean, you know what I mean? Like you've been through enough, you know what I mean? To then be having to deal with all of this. So I hope that they're moving in the right direction for you and that, they work out. So yeah, the real legal cases, not the fake police, the YouTube police. Good grief. Good grief. Hello, Red Pill Art. This is Nikki from Montreal. She's a beautiful artist and always pops in to say hello. Hello, Sapper. How are you? Lou, how are you? We haven't seen you in ages. Oh my gosh. I hope you're doing well. Have you been traveling for business a lot? And are you home? I think you said you're in like the southern states somewhere, like Texas or something. I can't remember. It's been a little while since we saw you, but I hope you're doing well. It's nice to see you again. Yep. Hi, Nikki. Happy New Year, everybody. Whoop, whoop. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Okay, so we've got all the selling out of the way. All the selling. Excuse me. You can add me on Facebook if you want and chat with me there. If you are in Canada, you might want to screenshot this. There is a little program that Veterans Affairs is running, Valentine's for Veterans. And I'm the Veteran Services Officer for Allegiance. So, of course, this was on my radar. And had any Canadian soldier or something like that, and you could send parcels and things. There's a military building not too far from me, about half an hour from me, and I used to take boxes of the soldiers used to ask for like Canadian food. That's what I found so amazing, is the soldiers would be like, could you send us some Lay's? Could you send us some coffee crisps? Like, they wanted Canadian chocolate bars and Canadian chips. which was kind of neat. And then the female soldiers that I had connected with, they would ask for things like hair ties and bobby pins and things like that to be in their boxes. So that was a lot of fun I had soldiers from all over the place that we supported, and I would get letters from them. And then this one woman, when she came back, like a parcel arrived for me at my house, and it was a gorgeous scarf. I can't remember where she said she got it. She was stationed in Afghanistan. So she, like the weavers in that part of the world. And it's this gorgeous silk scarf that she sent me. And then marble camels from the desert. So I thought that was kind of neat. But there you go. If you're in Canada and want to send a Valentine to a veteran, you can do that. Or if you live near a Legion, by all means, connect with your VSO, your Veteran Services Officer there, and they might be able to help you out if you don't want to go through Veterans Affairs. So there we go. There we go. Lots of traveling. Oh, wow. That's exciting. Are you traveling within America, or do you fly around the world? Like, that seems kind of neat. Though I know people who travel the world and they're like for work, and they're like, yeah, like I see hotels, not really a tourist, so there we go. And then I was going through some photos from somebody was asking me for photos for like promotional photos for tarot, because they wanted my picture on a brochure for an event. And I found this picture. This was from a wedding. A couple years ago. And I remember this couple, and she cried. I always make everybody cry. Yeah, mostly make everybody cry. Sorry. But you know what? A lot of times when people are getting their cards read, it's like we get really to the heart of the matter. And it's not like what you see on my channel, which is fluffy and for entertainment. Real tarot readings, we really get to the heart of the matter. So yeah, that she cried, but it was a good cry. But this was the wedding. How cool is this? Let me see if can you hear me? Oh, shoot. Gothic wedding, yeah. Can somebody say yes, we can hear you, Avril? Technical problems. Sorry, I've just gone on to my YouTubes to see. Can you hear me? All right, I can hear me. Okay, you can. Okay. You can hear me? This is so weird. Okay, you can hear me now. Okay, great. Maybe there was just a little glitch. Maybe the YouTubes were all. So yes, Gothic wedding. It was very, very cool. They made a lot of their own stuff, and they actually jumped the broom. And they came to me sort of like, can we do this? And I was like, yeah, I jumped the broom at my wedding. So I totally get it. And they actually, they had like a favorite tree, and he had a branch from that tree that he cut, and he made the broom from that branch of their favorite tree. and they jumped the broom at the very end, which was very, very cool. Very cool. Okay, so you couldn't hear me. All right, so everybody can hear. All good now. Thank you, Anya. I was just like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. So they hired me to do their marriage ceremony because, like, for those of you who don't know, I'm a minister in Ontario, and I'm registered to do weddings. So I did their ceremony and then stayed for a couple hours afterwards to read tarot for their friends. So that was super fun. That was very fun. Okay, thank you, everybody. It must have just glitched out for a minute. I don't even know what I was saying. I don't even know what I was saying. So there was that. I thought when I found them, I was like, oh yeah, that was super, super cool. Super cool. All right. Valentine's for Veterans. All right, let's talk about ley lines because I do have a presentation. If you watch a wedding video in reverse, it's a happy ending. I don't know. There's definitely some that I'm like, this ain't gonna last. That I stand there and I think, and you know what's really interesting is there are couples who, most of my couples, like I've booked hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of weddings. Most of them, they just book me. That's it. We're good to go. There's occasionally couples who are like, well, we have to have a meeting with you to decide if we want to hire you. And I'm like, okay, like, no, I'm not doing that, right? Because they're like, well, we want to like basically audition you. And usually what I say to people is, just so you know, I will also be sitting there deciding whether I think you two should actually even be getting married. And they're like, oh. And I'm like, yeah. I don't question, but when people start to say, no, we need to audition you, I'm like, no, 400 couples have booked me sight unseen, just from my social media recommendations, everything else. So yeah, it's sort of funny. All right, ley lines. We are going to look at 3 different things. You just bear with me a minute, because you know what happens with StreamYard is you can only put so many things in it backstage to pop them up on the screen. So I just need to add a couple things in, but I'll do that as we go along. And yeah, I stand there with couples and I just think, I give it 2 years. And then there's other couples where I just think this is it. These two need to be together. So it's kind of an interesting thing. All right. I won't be looking at the chat because it's very distracting. I lose my train of thought. You know how it goes. But I'm just, you know what I'm going to do? I saw Ski Mama, welcome. Hello. And Veda Goddess. Veda, like Vedic? Is that where you get your name from? Veda Goddess. What a cool name. And Ski Mama, welcome. Okay, there we go. Oh, and I guess everybody was saying you to me. Sorry, I took my eyes off the chat for a minute to sort this problem. And yeah, Ski Mama, is this your first time here, or are you here under a different name? I don't think I've ever seen this name here. So that's why I was saying, welcome. If it's your first time here, welcome. Dive in. Everybody say hello to all of our new people, please. And yeah, let us know where you're watching from, because I love seeing all the different locations that people are tuning in from. First timer. Yay. Well, thanks for hopping in and hanging out. Today we're going to talk about ley lines, astrocartography, and the Hartman grids. That's some big topics here, and it did come up in the chat a few weeks ago, and I do make notes. Whenever people throw out a topic, I'm like, hey, let's add that to the list. You are tuning in from Alberta. I will be in Alberta in 2 weeks, 15 days. I will be there. I'm landing in Calgary on the 28th. So, I'm kind of looking forward to it. I know nothing about Calgary. Everybody's like, oh, it's the most awesome place. You're going to have so much fun. You're going to do so many things. And I'm like, I think I'm going to be like at a convention and in my condo. That's about it. I rented a condo for the 4 days. So I don't know what else there is to do. I don't know anybody in Calgary really to like kind of say, hey, let's go hang out. I know people from here who are going. So hopefully we can coordinate, but that's cool. I know everybody's trying to figure out how to move to Alberta now. So yeah, there we go. All right. I'm not going to look at the chat. Oh, sorry. Lou's saying he's been to Calgary and it's beautiful. I think I did like 40 years ago, spend a day in Calgary. I was in Edmonton. I was staying in Edmonton, and I think we went down to Calgary for a day because it's only about an hour. They're only about an hour apart, I think, right? I can't. Yeah, it sounds cold actually. Yeah. It was minus 25 at Christmas time. I don't know how I'm going to get my massive winter coat on the plane. That's where I'm. All right. Okay. Ley lines. I'm not going to look at the chat. I'm not going to look at the chat. So I did write notes. You know, I like to do a little presentation. For most of human history, the idea that place influences destiny was not controversial. It was obvious. And people don't ask if land mattered. They asked which land mattered and for what purpose. Because there would be places to give birth, to bury your dead, to crown kings, to heal, to dream, to wage war, and to retreat. And every culture, all of our ancient cultures, understood that the earth is not neutral. It is an energetic body. Modern society, it's currently minus 12 in Calgary. Oh, no, it's plus 12 in Calgary. There we go. Modern society treats location as logistical. So your jobs, your schools, your housing prices, but beneath sort of the practicalities and the tangible things in our life, these layers, there's something more powerful that's always operating. Hi, Aspie. The earth has energetic structure, and humans have energetic structure. And where those structures meet, harmony or friction can be created. And today we're going to explore the 3 systems that describe their relationships. Like, they're not symbolic, they're not metaphorical, it's just energetic and biological. So ley lines, first of all. And I don't know, I can probably add a ley line image now. There we go. Okay. We'll add it to the stage. There we go. So this is a great example of what ley lines are. And you can see there's places that you would recognize, like Giza and Stonehenge and Ayers Rock and Mount Shasta, places like that sit on these ley lines. So they're dismissed as mystical speculation, but the reality is actually far more grounded. They represent long distance alignments of energetic intensity, where the Earth's natural electromagnetic, geological, and subtle energy forces intersect. So you can see, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but you can see where there's little black dots where they intersect. And these are really powerful places. And ancient people didn't use the term ley line. This is a modern term. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's the orange helicopter going over my house. That's the orange helicopter is when somebody needs to get to a hospital really fast, like accidents, heart attacks, things like that, strokes, whatever, and they need to get them we live out in the country, so they have to get from the country into Toronto to the big major hospitals. But I could just hear an orange going overhead, so I don't know if you could hear it. Anyway, so they would call these lines dragon paths, song lines, spirit roads, serpent currents, the backbone of the earth, and the veins of the goddess. Quite like that one. So what mattered was not like what they were called or what the terminology is, but how they actually felt in reality to these ancient cultures. And sacred sites across continents align in ways that are mathematically improbable if accidental. And these sites are chosen because something happens to our human consciousness when they're there. And these people are reporting strong visions, heightened intuition, emotional catharsis, psychic experiences, a sense of remembering something ancient, and physical sensations of heat, vibration, or pressure. Ley lines are not gentle background energy. They are powerful corridors. And this is why temples, pyramids, stone circles, burial mounds, and pilgrimage routes appear again and again and again along these lines. And we see Stonehenge there. I believe Glastonbury is the city or the town or the village. I don't even know what it is, if it's what its term is, but that's it sits on a ley line. And even my tarot master that I learned under, he's like one of the top psychics in the world. He goes there to host retreats and workshops and courses, to be in that energy, because he lives in England. Or yeah, he lives in England. He lives near Sherwood Forest, actually, which is kind of neat. And I always feel like that's got to be a magical place. So ley lines are amplifiers, and it's a really misunderstood concept about them, because they're not automatically beneficial. They amplify. So if you bring clarity to a ley line, your insight will be amplified. If you bring chaos, your chaos will be amplified and intensified. If you bring unresolved trauma, it will come to the surface a lot faster. And if you bring spiritual discipline, your awakening will accelerate and it will increase when you are in these ley lines, and particularly where they intersect. And so this is why people feel incredible inspiration in a lot of these places. Other people feel destabilized, anxious, and overwhelmed. So it just depends on where you are at when you are on a ley line. And ancient initiates were prepared before entering these spaces. And for us, as you know, modern big dumb humans, we tend to stumble upon them without even realizing it. And so many people blame themselves when their life collapses after a move, but it's probably because they're on an energetic line. They're feeling like they should have been happier. They did everything right and it's not working out. Why is it worse than where they were before? And it's just that the land is incompatible with their central nervous system and their emotional patterns, or even their soul timing. And this does not mean a place is bad. It just means it's not neutral for you. I don't live on a ley line. I don't know if you can see my mouse. I live like in this part of the world right here. So I have a ley line north of me. I'm probably never going to go that far north in my life. but there we have it. I was born in Scotland, so I was also born near a ley line as well in the north. So that is kind of neat. When I was looking at it all, I was like, oh wow, I'm like kind of surrounded by ley lines. And so it just means that if you're feeling that, you may just be sitting on a ley line that is not neutral for you. And this is where knowing your personal mapping becomes important. So that's what we're going to look at now. And I'm just going to pull up, I did pull up a website. It's called astro.com. And let me just pull it up here. Okay, remove. There we go. Okay. So this is what astrocartography looks like. This is based on where you were born, the day and time you were born, like your astrological data. And so this is mine. And you can see that so this is where I was born, because they put a big red dot where you're born. And then all of these other dots down below, now this just happens to be mine. They are where that energy is most powerful and most potent. Yeah, so Anya's saying, so you can feel bad simply because you're living in the wrong place. Yes. Like you're the energy of a place could just not be compatible with you, or you might not be compatible with it. So it's definitely worth looking into, like your astrocartography, the ley lines. See, like if you are living on one of them, it's not necessarily that you have to move. It may be that you just need to deal with some stuff so that you do become neutral to the land. Thank you, Veda Goddess. Like, it's kind of neat, eh? Yeah, so Stonehenge, absolutely. Yep. That was on the map. So this is mine. What I do find interesting is I was born here and I live here, live in this area here. but all of my most potent areas are here. Isn't that kind of wild? Because when I was looking at it, I thought, well, I'm not a southern person. I like the north. Like, I like the snow. I like the cold. I like the northern lights. I like, I don't like heat and humidity. So I was like, I'm not going to go to any of these places. This is India here, this little dot here, which I thought was kind of neat because I've had quite a fascination with India since I was little. So I was like, oh, I wonder if India's calling me. And I did have an opportunity to go to India. It didn't work out. Someday. And then this little dot here is the Congo. It's like, it's right near the Congo. And I thought, well, isn't that interesting that a book that really, really stuck with me, that I loved and I couldn't put it down, and it had sort of stayed with me all these years, is the Poisonwood Bible. And I believe that was set in the Congo. And it was a phenomenal story, like so well told. And I thought, isn't that interesting to see that I had a really powerful spot on the Congo? But here's where it gets kind of interesting. Let me see. All right, just give me 1 second. I'm going to pull up a different screen. No. Oh, where did I see it? Sorry, everybody. Oh, it was the ley lines. Yes, what was interesting, that's right. So when we look back at my astrocartography, there we go. And you can find this, it is astro.com. But when we look back at that, there are ley lines here. There's a ley line here, and there's a ley line here, like a world ley line. And I thought, oh, it wants me to live on a ley line. So there you are. So that's what astrocartography looks like. And it takes your birth chart and it overlays it onto the Earth, showing where different planetary energies are strongest. So if you go do this yourself, you'll see that all of these lines coordinate with planets. And then you've got all of the different data down here. So astro.com, you can see the lines that correspond to your rising, setting, culminating, or resting beneath the Earth, and at the moment you were born. So this is what was going on the moment I was born. And this creates activation zones, because we are not the same person everywhere we go. I think we know that. Have you gone to another place and you're thinking, I don't know who Paris Avril is, but she's not Toronto Avril. Do you know what I mean? Like that I know it's the energy of different places is quite fascinating. And it's worth noting that when you go from one place to another, how you feel. So in one city, you might feel confident and visible. In another city, you might feel emotional and nostalgic. You might feel restless or rebellious. You might feel exhausted or burdened. And the astrocartography explains why that is. And your sun line can feel like being seen, stepping into leadership, feeling more yourself, increased confidence or purpose. Your moon line often will bring you emotional sensitivity, strong family themes, ancestral healing, and a desire to nest or withdraw. And so how you would do this, you would put your data into astro.com, and then you would look and see, when you click on it, each line, it'll pop up your information, and it'll tell you what line you're looking at. And when I click here, I'd have to click on the website, sorry. You'll see that it changes. So we're not going to explore mine, but this is what it will look like for you, but with different lines. Your lines are going to look different than mine. And then you would just click on a line and it will put all the information on the side. So that, I thought that was kind of neat to see that. The first time I saw it, I quickly glanced. And then the other day I actually sat down and really went through it. It really wants me to live in the southern part of the world. I don't get that, but because look at me. I don't belong in the heat. I belong on a block of ice in a nice Scandinavian country So yeah, so good lines, like there's no such thing as like a good line or a bad line. And then this is really important because, like, say a Venus or Jupiter line, it's not automatically ideal. If someone has unhealed relationship wounds, that Venus energy can create obsession instead of harmony. So if you're feeling off living somewhere, it's definitely worth looking at this. And this shows you where the energy will be loud for you. It's not necessarily showing what will be easy or difficult, just what will be amplified for you. Because the earth really likes to initiate. The earth is spicy. So now we're going to have a look at Hartman lines. And this is kind of neat. So this is sort of an idea of what they might look like. And these are energetic lines. And if you, like, it's sort of, you need someone to douse, basically. You do that with dowsing. You find the lines by dowsing. You would find them on your property. You may find them, find like a water witch, or you might find some old farmer who knows how to douse for water. They might be able to find these energetic lines for you. And so Ernst Hartmann, in the 1950s, he was a German physician, and he identified a subtle grid of energy crisscrossing the earth at close intervals. And these are far tighter than ley lines, and they interact directly with the human nervous system and cellular biology. And he discovered that long-term exposure to these can cause sleep disturbances, chronic illness, anxiety, and irritability, and a weakened immune response. And this is why we have this little picture here. So there's a bed in a bedroom. You would not want to position your bed with a crisscross of a ley line right over your bed. And because this is, even if you don't care, if you have no belief system at all, these lines do not care. They will affect your body, whether you're spiritual, skeptical, unaware, atheist, agnostic, whatever it is. It's just low level pressure, like a background signal. And when it puts stress, again, they amplify, especially at the intersections. So they're putting stress on the body, and then your body has to compensate for that. And if, when we're talking about exhaustion, it can be because your body is overcompensating for what's happening to it being on an intersection of a Hartman line, because this is an environmental thing. And, moving your bed a few feet can really make a big difference. As you can see here, if they move the bed just down into the bottom right corner, now they're not right on the intersection of a Hartman line. And we have it's all in German, I think, but you can see that how, you might have your bed. This is somebody lying in bed, and this person may have like thyroid or throat problems. This person might have stomach problems. This person might have, migraines all the time. There's all kinds of things that can go on physically with us that are caused by these energetic lines. So it's good to kind of be aware of them. And if you're not feeling good, if you wake up exhausted every day, maybe try moving your bed like 4 feet over, and maybe, because you may actually be on one of these lines. So they do create biological stress. So this is all kind of neat stuff to look into. Of course, do your own research, figure out if you're on a ley line, figure out if you're on a Hartman line, figure out what your astrocartography is. We're all going to be packing up and moving and going to live in other places. But the ancient cultures were really, really precise about this. Because they tested the land with their bodies, and they observed animals, and they used dowsing, and they worked with priests and astrologers and healers all together. And they chose sites for different things, like, like Giza, like, you know what I mean? All these big, what we might call wonders of the world. They were sites that supported long-term habitation, ritual stability, emotional regulation, and community coherence. So they could feel these things as well. And our modern development ignores the whole thing entirely. And so, we pay the price with anxiety and illnesses and burnout and all of these things. So you don't need to move. I know I said we're all going to start moving, but you don't. You might just need to put your bed in a different part of your room. You may need to just take your desk and move it over slightly if that's where you're finding struggles. Where you're traveling to. If you're taking a retreat, go and see, is it on a ley line? Is it, where is it based on all of this? And you'll really start to see like places that exhaust you and places that energize you. And it's understanding why these places feel heavy. And there are places that are for healing, and there's places that are for ending relationships and cycles. There's places for learning. There's all these different places in the world where we would do our best. So when I was looking at my astrocartography, let me see here. There we go. Like, for this one here, I can't remember what this is, but maybe this is like the business center of my life, right? This could be the relationship center of my life, that this is where I'm the best at relationships, in this area here, or upon this line here. Like when you read your chart, it's going to be it'll be fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. So you just, not every place you're in is meant to be comfortable, because it's actually meant to cause a response in you. It's meant to be mirroring you. It's meant to be pushing on you a bit, to kind of make you wake up a little bit. And, it's always important to remember that if you're feeling this way, you're not failing. You might just actually be in a place that is not energetically neutral enough for you. And you just need to do maybe some healing work, or rearrange your house, like just rearrange the furniture in your house. It's just about the wisdom of knowing how you're feeling, recognizing how you're feeling, because the earth is always speaking to us. And it's not a matter of whether a place matters, it's whether we're ready to understand that place. So that is my presentation on those three things. And who do we have here? Jane, thank you so much. Thank you. And yes, replay it. I did put everything in there. If you Google ley lines, you'll see, I took all this stuff out simply because I needed room in here. But if you Google ley lines, you'll be able to see, maybe I can add the picture back in. I hope there's room here. Okay, there we go. And we'll remove this, add this. There we go. So that's what the ley lines are, Jane. And then there's also your astrocartography, which is at astro.com. Everybody's so quiet. Are you quiet? Because I said I wasn't going to be reading the comments. Astro.com is where you get this chart. And then the Hartmann lines, which is, there we go. The Hartmann lines, you would probably need to do some dowsing on your property to find out exactly where they are. And if it maybe, well, so the astrocartography is astrological. So it's based on what I showed you is my astrology mapped out at the time of my birth. For what are the most powerful places in the world for me to exist. I exist where there's nothing. And it wants me to move to the south. So there's just the energetic lines of the world, of the earth. The earth is an energy of its own. So there are lines, and that's the Hartmann lines. It's a tight grid. And then we have the ley lines, which is where a lot of our major monuments, big things in the world, like Ayers Rock and Giza and Stonehenge and these places. So these are energetic lines, not the same as the Hartmann lines, but these are the major ley lines. And then, like I said, your astrocartography is your personal map. It's your personal map. Okay. Thank you. I'm glad you asked, because sometimes I'm like talking and I don't know if anybody is following along, because sometimes like this is a big one, right? This isn't just, oh, let's talk about fluffy things. This is a big one because it's like 3 different concepts all layered on top of each other. So I'm glad you asked for clarification. The real Lex, hey girl, how are you? Yeah, so if you missed the start, just you can do the watch on replay, because I did do a whole presentation on it all. So you did a quick check and you're in the exact good for you. I love that. I love that. Of course, you're very, very welcome. Always ask questions, please, if you don't know what's going on. Because that's, my thing is I'm always like, what does that mean? I don't know what that word means, or I have to look that up or something. So yeah. So is everybody going to go look up their astro after this? Because I think it's neat. Yeah. Yeah. So the ley lines. So what's on the screen right now is the ley lines. And most of us do not live on a ley line. But we do have this, which is the Hartmann lines. That's what you want to look up, is Hartmann, I believe. Hartmann lines. Because there's like 3 different things going on. The Hartmann lines are not the same as ley lines, but this is what you would be looking at to see what's going on in your property. Because it would look like this if we could see it. And yes, you may be like, I'm always angry when I'm sitting at my desk. Try moving your desk 4 feet and see what happens. If you have headaches constantly, if you wake up every day with a headache, try moving your bed, because you may be on the intersection of a ley line. And then we have, go to astro.com. Oh my gosh. There we go. Astro.com will give you this. This is your personal chart of your lines based on your astrology. Astro.com. And you just pop your information in and it will give you this chart. And then you click on them all and the information will pop up on the side to tell you what is meaningful about that line in your life. There we go. Awesome. But when we're done, because we're going to do Angel Bingo next. Angel Bingo. Oh my gosh, Jane, you got recommended to come here. Well, thank you, Veda Goddess. That was so sweet. Thank you for first of all, thank you for jumping in and hanging out today, and for sending your friend over. That's awesome. Thank you. Well, welcome to both of you. And Ski Mama was here earlier. I don't know if she's still around. Everybody gets a little bit quiet. And you can always, if you want the links, just send me a message or comment on my community page, and I'll pop the links in for you if you don't want to start searching for them. But if you just Google ley lines, there's lots of them. Ski Mama, there we are. Thank you. Roll call. Everybody check in. Hands up, everybody. Okay, so Angel Bingo. So Ski Mama, just so that you know, around here we say, I'm listening quietly. And then we all giggle, because that's what somebody else says, and we all giggle at that. So Angel Bingo, I should take this down. There we go. There. How this works is you pick a number between 1 and 1,111. And I have 2 books. There's the 1111 Oracle and Angel Numbers. So this is why it's called Angel Bingo. And you just pick a number, and then I'm going to read the little message for that number based on the number you choose today. So go ahead and pop your number into the chat, and we will start getting some messages out to everybody. Hello, Jim Dandy. How are you? Hey, you're just in time for Angel Bingo. 464 for Grumpy Sappa. 464. Ready? All right. Your angels are with you now. Welcome their help and rely on their support. That's easy. You just ask them, say, help me out, angels. Help me out. Tell me what to do. Easy peasy. 4, 6, 4. There we go, past it. Okay. As my guardian angel helps me heal my heart from past patterns, I become more able to love freely and bravely, just as my heart wishes. And that's from the 1111 Oracle. Okay. So 555. I remain steady through any inner or outer turbulence needed to release and heal long-term issues. That's from the Oracle. And 555. All of your efforts are paying off. Abundance is yours to have, live, and experience. Open up your heart, arms, and mind to receive the blessings that are being offered to you now. That's really nice. I love that one. I love that one. And Anyo picked 744. Angels are blessing your pathway with spiritual abundance. All of your previous concerns about security, wellness, or having enough are now being overcome. The doors to opportunity are being opened and your income is increasing. And 744. This is for Lola. 744. My intuition senses the presence of angels and reminds me that when I ask for help sincerely, divine assistance is always given. Fun. That's a nice one. You got good ones. Sometimes it's like we're handing out some punishments here. Like honestly, there's a lot of tough love goes on here. So Anyo asked for 25. My relationships generate powerful change and provide opportunities for inner healing and soul growth. Anyo. I know Anyo off YouTube, so I know things. That's a good message. Your angels want you to trust that all your hard work and commitment will pay off. Soon you will enjoy the fruits of your labor. Oh, that's nice. That's a good one. That's a good one for you. 167 for Jane. Your acts of love and self-care are opening your world to more love and blessing. The love you make is equal to the love you take. Beautiful. That's a beautiful message. Your acts of love and self-care are opening your world to more love and blessings. The more you love, the more you get love. Love, love, love. Just love everybody. And it's okay to love people from afar. Okay? It's okay to love people from a distance. Oh, this is a great combination message for you. My compassion brings healing to the world. Jane, you got a really, really good one today. Really, really good one. 191 for Jim Dancy. 191. I should wear my reading glasses when I do this. I seed new beginnings as I resolve and release the past. It's actually a good message for everybody today. This week, particularly. 191, you are not imagining the messages you are receiving. Angels are speaking to you loud and clear. There we go, Jim. You just got to listen. You just got to listen. The other Lex has asked for 430. This is fun. I love doing angel bingo. Your angels are encouraging you to reconnect with the purpose behind your current choices and actions, as this will help you keep moving forward. I'm going to read that one again because it was actually kind of deep. Your angels are encouraging you to reconnect with the purpose behind your current choices and actions, as this will help you keep moving forward. Whew, that's a good one. They're all good. They're all good. but that was like really deep. From discipline and commitment, a beautiful new reality shall be born. So attend to your process and keep the faith. There we go. Do not. Vedic Goddess has asked for 454. Where are we? Sorry. Okay, 454. Yep, got the right number. I relax in the knowledge that after change and upheaval, my life is settling into a beautiful new order. Oh, did you just go through a period of chaos and upheaval? Oh, that's kind of, but everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. It's all going to settle down and be beautiful. It's time to let go of the need to control your life and let the angels guide you towards brilliance, support, and love. Oh, this is a great message of surrender. Just let the pieces fall where they are. Just let them. Sometimes we have to just lean back and just watch things happen. And I feel like this is a message to you to not try to control what's going on. Like you can just ease up on the reins a little bit and just let things unfold. And because they will land where they are. If it's always going to be okay. Everybody's going to be okay in the end. And I love that saying. If it's not okay, it's not the end. So just know that whatever upheaval, just take a step back and just let it all play out and everything will be just fine. Everybody will be just fine. Okay, so Anyo, you got 25. Nikki is asking for 119. I am inspired to surrender, let go, and allow for endings that bring about new beginnings. These messages are great for everybody, aren't they? I am inspired to surrender, let go, and allow for endings that bring about new beginnings. Beautiful message at this time of year as we are in the final weeks of the year of the snake, shedding our skin, shedding people, shedding ideas, shedding our thoughts, our limiting beliefs, all of it. Let it go. If it is not serving you and making your life better, let it go. Let it go. That includes all the people in your life that aren't, if people are causing you stress, why are you keeping them? I don't get it. You are being invited to step into your power and take charge of your situation. Stop waiting for other people to influence your next move. That's a great message for you, actually. Those are really good messages for you. Is there anybody else? 180. I used to watch the darts. What do we got here? Oh, Jane, thank you so much. Oh, that's so kind. Thank you so much. And it's like your first day here and already we're making it rain. Thank you so much. 180. Oh, Nikki, thank you. My goodness, that's so sweet. Thank you, Nikki. Of course. Don't forget to click like while you're here. Click subscribe. And then you want me to choose. Well, I feel like we need 180. 180. I used to play darts. When I was young, I used to go to the pub Monday nights. Competitive darts. I was on the dart team. They used to like put me on a bus and send me places to play darts. And I haven't played darts in probably 30 years. So letting go of the woke people. Yep. All right, we're going to do 180 for Lord Jim Dandy. Pub numbers. Nothing happens by chance. Know that your life here is for a purpose, a higher purpose. And through divine blessing and a twist of fate, I step into an era of profound empowerment. Do it. Letting go of woke people. Making room for uplifting people. Yes. Like it's really, really important that we surround ourselves with people that when we leave, like when we are on the drive home or we're walking home or whatever, we actually feel good. Like that's how I kind of judge whether I spend time with somebody is, do I feel better afterwards than, or do I feel drained and do I feel pissed off and everything else? Because, that's how we find our energy vampires, is just by paying attention to that. So yeah, if you want to chat with me on Facebook, there is the link there. Don't forget to click the like button and click subscribe while you're here so we don't miss anything. For all of our new friends, yay, we do meet on Tuesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Daylight Time, all of it, just 3 p.m. Toronto time. We meet here. If there's any changes in that, I do make sure that that information is put out early so that we're not, because sometimes people like, I switched from Wednesday to Tuesday. I'll tell you why. It's a very simple reason why. My son is in a pipe band. Many of us know that. And he was having band practices on Wednesdays. And he was auditioning basically for a couple months for a higher level band. It was a huge leap for him. A bigger leap than he maybe should have gone for, but that's okay, right? That's where we learn about ourselves. That's where we grow. That's where all the magic happens. And so that band practiced on Wednesday nights. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do my lives and then head out the door to the band practice. He was sent from that band to another band, just one rung down. And their practice is on Tuesday nights. So now that he's back with another band, a sort of lower level band, which is fine. It's for development purposes, because he kind of skipped a step. He was in grade 5. He went to grade 3. He should have done grade 4. He didn't. Now he's in grade 4. So their practice is on Tuesday. That's why I switched it. It's a very simple reason. There was no astrology. There was no card reading, anything like that. It was just simply that I need to go out on Tuesday nights instead of Wednesday nights now. So I'm like, kind of dressed and ready to go out. So I do my lives on Tuesdays now. If there's any changes, I will let everybody know. And that will be on my community page and on my Facebook as well. So don't forget the Winter Magic Experience. I'll pop the link in again for everybody. Boom, boom, boom. And this is on my community page as well. This is a paid experience. It's 14 days. It's $28. If you click the link, all the information is there. I'll not bore anybody with that. And then we have this is free. This is a little Winter Magic ebook that you can, where's my little tab there, that you can grab for free. And you just pop your name and email in, and then it'll take you directly to the download page where the PDF is, so that you don't have to wait for me to email it to you or anything. You'll have it instantly. And if anybody wants to book a coaching session, a tarot reading, anything like that, you can do that. My book is open. I will not be doing anything on the last week of January. As I said earlier, I'm heading to Calgary. So I'm just going to be too busy to book clients for that week. But anytime leading up to that, I am doing sessions and coaching sessions and tarot readings, energy work, things like that. So there we go. Whew. Jim Dandy says he ordered a chicken and an egg from Amazon and will let us know. It's a mother and child reunion. What if they arrive at the same time? What if they arrive at the same time? So I learned about this many, many, many decades ago, that how we determine what came first is that the existence precedes essence. The chicken is the existence and the egg is the essence. So the chicken came first. Save that for your next cocktail party. Wait till we start talking about, like, chiaroscuric lines and things like that. It's a whole other set of lines that have nothing to do with what we were talking about today. So anyway, I am going to jump off now. Thank you so much to everybody who hung out today. Thank you for the super chats to the people who sent them. Thank you to my mods for hanging out. And thank you for my little Nightbot for keeping my links out there. And I hope you have a very magical week. I will see you next Tuesday at 3 o'clock. Stay tuned for some tarot videos coming up. And feel free to reach out to me through Facebook, through email, on my channel, anything like that. I love answering questions. And if you have an idea for a topic for my show, then let me know. As long as it falls under the realm of energy, spirituality, anything like that, we will talk about it and I will put a presentation together. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Anyo. Let's chat soon so we can plan our movie day. And thank you to Nikki and Jim and Sapper and Veda Goddess and Jane, Anyo. Who else was here today? The other Lex. Yeah. Have an amazing day, everybody. Ski Mama. Ski Mama. If you Ski Mama, if you're near Calgary, let me know. Send me a little message and let me know. Because I need to know what to do in Calgary while I'm there. I think I've got some time in the evenings. I'm not sure, but I don't know what to do with my time outside of the convention. Anyway, thanks everyone. Have a great day. Bye.